For today's wisdom of the Jesuits, I'd like to focus on a saint made recently, more or less, San Alberto Hurtado from Chile. And San Alberto Hurtado died, I think, in about 1950. So he's a relatively recent saint. He had been born into, fairly comfortable circumstances, but when his father died, his family went through real series of poverty events in their life, and but eventually through scholarships and whatever, he was able to find work, go to school, and became a lawyer. And after that, felt a real call to be a Jesuit. So he entered the Jesuits, and his life was marked by a remarkable capacity to marshal resources for those people most in need. Began a kind of a Bible study or a class in faith with a group of fairly wealthy women, and he encouraged them to band together to help in the great need of that time. It was during the Depression, and so many Chileans were going through terrible poverty. And so he began a whole series of programs and drew all sorts of people to help him. One of the things that was kind of interesting is that he found that he was able to do things, and then other people would come along and kind of get in the way with their own ideas. So there was one time, I believe, where he was asked to take charge of something, and he said, "That's fine, but just let me do it my own way," which I think is a very a very interesting comment, and something many of us, I think, can identify with. He was also a man of deep prayer and spirituality. That's what really drew so many people to him and to help him in what he was doing. And so, at a relatively early age, he found out that he had cancer. I think pancreatic cancer, I think. And when they told him that, and told him that his life would be cut short within a relatively short period of time, his answer was, "I've won the lottery. I've won the lottery." And that was his attitude to being able to go to be with God after a life of beautiful service. The things that he had started are still going on in Chile. He had, a way of bringing staying power to the charity that he brought to people. So in this Lent, as we think of almsgiving, let's remember those who really did beautiful things in our cities and in our communities to bring beautiful things to people, things that still are going on. And maybe we can find a way to support some of the things that are really wonderful going on around us, so that our almsgiving will be supporting the work of people who've come before us and left us with beautiful examples of service of others. And that's the wisdom of the Jesuits for today.